bridge or extension is probably something you don't have to use a lot, and it's therefore something that people rarely use correctly. So we're going to talk a little bit more about how to bridge effectively. So the first thing you want to do is aim the shot in the normal way, but before you step into the line of the shot you're going to put the bridge in place, because that's going to replace your bridge hand. So you need to make sure that's on the line of the shot where we're going to put the cue, and then you're going to put it on the table. You don't want to be holding it in the air, waving it around. You want to put your hand on top of it and push it into the table a little bit so that it stays nice and firm. The other thing is, when you're playing with the bridge, as you'll notice, I'm not holding the cue in the same way with my forearm at 90 degrees with my grip hand. Instead I'm using more of a dart stroke. I've got my hand in front of me, I'm bringing the cue close to my face, and I'm using a shorter stroke, because with my arm in a dart stroke it's very easy for the cue to go side to side if you have a nice extended stroke like you'd normally look for. So you need a shorter stroke so you don't deviate from that line of the shot as much. You don't want to jab the ball, but as you can see my feathers and then the actual stroke itself are quite small. I'm only bringing the tip back maybe 2 or 3 inches, and then not going through too far but still getting through the ball nicely. When you've got a bridge situation close to a cushion like this, it can be really hard to get the actual bridge in a stable position, but you only need 1 foot on the floor. So sometimes hopping up on the table, keeping 1 foot on the floor but sitting, can let you play more of a normal stroke, and you don't even need to use the bridge at all. If you don't feel comfortable with that, using a bridge head that's got lots of notches in it like this one can let you put it at an angle and sort of sit on the cushion in a secure position. That's much better than having it up on the rail and sort of sliding around. You need that bridge to be stable. If you're comfortable, you can actually avoid the bridge by learning to play left-handed if you're right-handed, or vice versa. I'm not a good left-handed player at all, but good enough for a simple shot like this if I don't feel comfortable using a bridge, just as a last resort. One other option is to put an extension on your cue. Making your cue a lot longer can allow you to play the shot without requiring a bridge, because obviously the reason for the bridge is that the table's in the way of your stance. So just making the cue longer and having a longer bridge in terms of where your hand is relative to the cue ball can just help you play the shot more normally. Finally, some leagues don't allow this, so do check the rules, but as a last resort, if you can't get a stable bridge and none of the other options suit you, you can actually play without any sort of bridge, just creating something to rest your cue on like this. So in a shot like this, you need a bridge, but you're only bridging half the table, so you can play the shot I've mentioned using a dart stroke, and that works fine. But if you don't like the dart stroke, you can still put an extension on your cue, and instead of playing it with a dart stroke you can resort to your normal stroke. You just need that cue to be longer so you can get your back arm at 90 degrees with your grip hand and cue it in a normal, comfortable way. It's only really when you get the shots that are full-length table bridges, you just don't have enough cue to play a dart stroke and you're really stretching. So in those examples, get your extension on your cue, make it long enough to use the dart stroke and have the cue close to your face and your arm, again at 90 degrees in that dart stroke, so that you can get a good solid shot.